Just take a few minutes right off of the bat to find that easy seat. Let your body feel the ground where it cradles you. Feel the air in your space. And as you sink into the seat, I invite you to just bring your back nice and tall, lifting your spine straight, shoulders melts away from the ears. Let your jaw fall from the roof of your mouth, let your tongue fall also. Taking a moment to just really relax here, feeling into and all around, connecting with the time you're about to spend, the space you will take up. And hopefully that connection you find. Bringing just a gentle awareness to your own breathing, finding the rhythms of the inhale and the exhale. Maybe let out a big sigh, if that feels right. Or turn into your Ujjayi breathing, the sound of the ocean breath. I invite you to take your hands and let them sit atop of your knees. You have them faced up to receive, face down to connect. Or if it's more comfortable, maybe having a hand on either side of you, fingers connecting to the earth. And with that nice tall back, I invite you to exhale, bringing your chin to chest, slowly getting there. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Rolling your head back, I invite you to exhale, roll your head forward. Inhale, roll your head back. Exhale, roll your head forward. You want to be careful here if you're hearing a lot of crunching sounds or any really in your neck. Maybe don't go so far into your roll. Maybe your head comes more straight up like this, instead of doing that roll back. For me, I find that it's different every day. Some days I can do it and some days I can't. Go ahead and reverse your rotation, your circles if you haven't yet. Still finding that breath, breathing out to roll forward, breathing in to roll back. And when you're ready, bringing your head back to that neutral spine. From here again, one hand, our hands are down by our sides. You're going to exhale, bring your head, your ear to your shoulder. Deep breath here. Inhale, bring your head up. Exhale, drop to the other side. Nice work. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, let it all out. Inhale, arms come up over the top of our head. Reach up, look up, hold the space for just a couple breaths. Fingertips are extending, really getting your stretch here. And when you're ready, taking your right hand, dropping it down the side of your body, stretching over your side body, looking up at the crook of your elbow. You want both sides of your sits bones to be sitting, still connected to the ground. You don't want to be raised up. Good, nice and low to the ground. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop the other side. Looking at the crease of your elbow again. Maybe gently wiggling your fingers. We're going to do this to movement to breath a few times. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fall down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fall down. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Push up, inhale. And this time you're going to take your right hand, bring it behind your body, and take your right hand, your left hand to right knee, and hold it here for just a breath. Breathe in. And as you exhale, twist, looking over your side body. Hold this space here, and as you exhale next, I invite you to see if you can twist even further. Inhale, come back to rise. Exhale, you're going to drop the other hand behind you, and the hand in front goes across. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist even deeper. Looking over your shoulder. And when you're ready, you're going to inhale, your arms come back up over your head. Clap together, bring them down through your middle body, hands to heart, our Anjali Mudra. Taking a moment in this space to reconnect. Check in with your breathing, how your body feels so far. And I invite you now to maybe set an intention for the rest of this practice or for the rest of your day. Maybe the intention is one you've been working on, a mantra you've been saying. Maybe it's simply to be completely present and here with this practice right now. When you're ready, you're going to bring your hands out in front of your body and begin rotating your wrist, just waking your wrists up, going one way and then the other. In any way that feels good, stretching your fingers out, just waking up our hands. Finding a flow that feels right. You can twist them out if that feels good to you. Close your hands back together, coming back into Anjali Mudra, sitting here for 2 breaths. When you're ready, you're going to put your hands in front of you and just roll into your tabletop position. Stacking your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Take a moment to shake your head no and yes. Feeling into your spine, finding neutral spaces. And when you're ready, you're going to drop your belly button down and lift your chest up. Breathe in. Exhale. Roll your spine down. Tucking your chin. You're going to do this cat-cow flow, a few breaths, breathing in, look up. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, belly button drops down, shoulders lift up. Exhale, round the spine. Take a second here to just find whatever feels natural to you, conscious of your breathing and the way your body is moving. Take a couple breaths to just find that space, stretching each side of your body, really feeling it, whatever feels right for you. Maybe taking your body in big circles. When I do this, I like to pretend like I have a marker that's attached to my belly button and I'm trying to draw a circle. So it's also a great time to wake up our wrists, making sure you have even weight distribution through your fingertips and not just dumping into the back of the palm of your hand. When you're ready, coming back to that neutral spot, that neutral tabletop, you're going to take one foot and extend it behind you, tucking the toes for that deep stretch in the back of your leg. Our hips want to stay nice and square here. Bring it back and do the other leg. Stay here and then bring it back. You'll do that one more time, taking your first leg, stretching it out behind you. But this time, instead of staying here, you're going to come over on your side body, bringing your knee to be that nice straight line, your leg like an L. And this side pointing, arm extends up. I don't know if you can see me. Arm extends up, looking up at the sky. And stretch over your side body here. Come up, stretch down, and if it feels right, with a nice firm hand, you can take your back leg and lift it up. And if you want to keep going, you can grab onto your toes, pulling against the weight of each side. Exhale, come back down. Nice. And then you're going to close yourself back into your tabletop, your neutral tabletop. Shaking it out, shaking it out, shaking it out. We're going to do it on the other side. So bring that other leg behind you, tucking your toes for just a moment, and then rotating that back leg to be your support. Your hand stays nice and firm, shoulder and wrist are still stacked, and your free hand comes up towards the sky. Option to stay here or to lift that leg up, bring it back, grab onto it with your hand and pull with the weight of it, each part working against itself for each other. When you're ready, exhale to drop and return back into that neutral tabletop. Take another second to shake that out. And from here, you're going to push back into your child's pose for just a breath. Know that throughout this practice, if at any time it feels too much or you're ready for a break, you're always welcome to just come into your child's pose and stay here for however long you need. From our child's pose, we're gonna kind of go through our tabletop to bring our pelvis down to the ground, lifting your head up, pushing with your hands, pointing your toes. Exhale, come back to child's pose. Nice. Inhale, lift up. Head comes back, tries to touch the toes. Shoulders stay down. Exhale, child's pose. When you're ready, coming back into your tabletop, tucking your back toes, lifting with your hips, pushing down with your feet. Your hands nice and strong, your shoulders pushing away from your ears. We're going to come into our first down dog of the day. And the goal is for your feet to be pretty close together and to bring that heel back. So you want to push with your hands to make that happen. A gentle bend or a slight bend in the knees is always a good idea to help protect our back. Again, shaking your head yes and no. Maybe taking a moment to walk out each side of your legs. Being gentle with our first down dog. And when you're ready and your feet are nice and planted, you can raise your head to look at the top of your mat and then walk gently for your feet to meet your hands. Again, a slight bend in the knee is totally fine here. We're going to just twist our bodies on either side of our feet. Still connecting with that breath, finding the breathe in, breath out. And when you're ready and back to a neutral spine, keeping your knees nice and bent, tick up vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale. Arms come up over your head. Stretch out nice and tall. Bring them back for our first cactus. A nice back bend. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, let them come down the side of your body. Take a moment here before coming into your mountain pose. Feet are firmly planted, hands are out, extended in force with power. This is a position that reminds us of our own strength and all that we are capable of. You don't want to have your hips tucked out. You want to be nice and tucked under, shoulders are pulled away from the ears. And in this pose, take 3 deep breaths. Last one, breathe in. Nice work, exhale. Inhale, arms come up over our heads. Slight bend in the knees. We're gonna fall forward into our forward fold. From here, with that gentle bend in your knees, your hands can meet yourself at your ankles, your shins, or your knees. You wanna have a nice straight back for a halfway lift. Again, shake your head yes, no. Feeling your shoulders away from your body or your ears. And when you're ready, exhaling for your hands to meet your mat, we're going to come back into our plank pose. And in this space, we're going to try to hold this for about 15 seconds. It's important to have that nice straight line. Have the discipline to stay firm and to know that you can do it. When you're ready, let yourself come down to the ground, all the way down. Let your hands come out in front of you. Lift up for our first Sphinx pose. Your gaze can be slightly low, looking at the space in front of you. Shoulders pushing, and your hands are actively pushing each other or pulling across your mat. Hands come to your side, tuck your toes, lift up to down dog. Hang on. Once you're in down dog, look up between your hands and travel to the top of your mat. Taking just a moment here in this forward fold, gentle bend. We're going to go through our sun salutation 2 more times. We're going to do that whole flow 2 more times. Inhale, lift up, rise up. Exhale, hands come down into a cactus. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands come beside you in a strong pose. Finding your mountain. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, bring your hands up over the top of your head. Exhale, swan dive forward. Forward fold. Inhale, hands meet yourself at your knees or ankles or shins. Shoulders pull away, shaking your head yes and no. Forward, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down to your mat. Find your plank. And again, we're gonna hold that for 15 seconds. Exhale, come all the way to the ground and lift up for Chaturanga. Exhale, lifting up into your forward fold. Nice work. Shake that head out. Take a moment here in your down dog to prepare for our last sun salutation. From here, meet yourself at the top of your mat. Forward fold. You can take a moment to do the ragdoll, the twisting. And when you're ready, coming into your halfway lift. Exhale back down to forward fold. Bend your knees, lift up, rise up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms come up over the top of your head. Exhale, comes through Anjali Mudra into our mountain pose. Inhale, arms come up over the top of our head. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands meet your mat. Coming back into your plank pose. 15 seconds. Making sure that your fingertips are also responsible for their part of the weight in your hand. You don't want to dump all that weight into the back part of your hand. Exhale, come down. Lift up for Chaturanga. Or dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a moment to just sit here, feeling maybe more flexibility in your spine, feeling your legs a little more awake, your hands ready to go. From down dog, you're going to lift one leg up into the air and just hold it here for a second. Maybe rolling your ankle, and then the opposite way, bend that knee that's up there, twisting it out, and then going again in circles. Bringing your hips back center, coming back down into your down dog. We're going to do that on the other leg. Lift your leg up in the air. Maybe roll your circles. And then bend your knee, opening up. Again, finding those circles. Bringing yourself back into your down dog. Taking that first foot, lifting it up. And then you're going to bring it to touch knee to elbow on the outside. Good. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, you're going to bring the knee in between your hands. Push back to down dog. Exhale, knee comes to other elbow. Inhale, lift up. And bring it down, other side. You're going to take your foot, lift it all the way up in the air. Exhale, knee to elbow. Bring it up. Exhale, knee in between hands and your elbows. Bring it up. Exhale to your other elbow. Nice. Come back into your down dog. And you're going to take that first foot, lift it up into the air, and then bring it all the way through, this time letting your foot come in between your hands for our low lunge. Bring your hand up nice and tall over your head, staying here. And when you're ready, dropping that back knee, get nice and straight line. If you have blocks, you have the option of using them here for what we're about to do. Bring your block to whatever side you want it on either side of your leg. And from this front lunge, you're going to push back using the blocks if you want to stretch out forward. Your spine stays nice and straight first before rounding. So find the stretch first and then round. Inhale, coming back to that first lunge. Exhale, push it back. Inhale, that forward lunge. Exhale, push it back. Nice. Coming back up through to the front. If you have blocks in your way, you can move them, bringing both hands to the inside of your foot, scooting your foot to the outside of your mat for a lizard lunge. Here we can just kind of stay, letting that hip flexor open. If you can go down further than this, you're welcome to. This is where I'm comfortable. When you're ready, bringing your foot back in through the center, hands stay on the mat. Tuck those back toes, lift up, come into your down dog. I'm going to do it with the opposite foot. This time lift up. Bring it through your hands to make contact with your mat. Staying lifted up in that back for our lunge. When you're ready, dropping that back knee. Option to use your blocks again here to push back into getting that nice stretch in the back of your leg. And coming forward into your lunge. Push back. Go through this flow just a couple more times. When you're ready, we're going to do the lizard lunge on this side. Hands come to the inside of your mat, your foot goes to the outside. And feel on this side, maybe this side is different for you on how far you can go down. Both sides of your body usually have different abilities on balance and flexibility. So play with that and see, maybe you can come a little bit lower. Or maybe you can't. When you're ready, bringing that foot back through the middle to your hands, pushing your back feet into your down dog. Stay here for a minute. Making sure your shoulders are pushed away from your hands. And when you're ready, you're going to bring your foot up and back through again, this time coming into Warrior Two. So the front foot is facing forward with your hands. Your back foot is at like a 45-degree angle. Your hips are not dumped out, so they're still nice and tall. And when you're ready, you can bend that front foot, making sure that your knee aligns to your big toe. From here, flip your front palm forward. Breathe in, stretch forward. Breathe in, reach back. Bringing that hand forward and down. We're going to stretch over our side body, lifting your other hand up in the air. Nice work. Let's flow through that again, coming back into our Warrior Two. Flipping the palm forward. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, flow down. One more time, come back to our warrior two. Flip the palms, stretch up. And then back into warrior two. Stretch that knee forward. You want your foot to be forward now, and then come down into your triangle pose. Your top hand is still reaching up to the sky. And then it can somersault over and forward where you're framing your hands or your foot with your hands. Push back into down dog. Let's do it on the other side. You're going to bring that other foot, left foot, lift it forward and through. And then straight away come up into your warrior two. Again, aligning that big knee or that knee to your big toe. Flip your front hand, breathe in, stretch up. Exhale, flow forward. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, flow down. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, stretch down. When you're ready, straightening that front foot for your triangle pose again, pulling your hips backwards. And if you're here, this is where you're at. If you need a block, grab one block to lift yourself up and give yourself some more space. Take a moment here to somersault your hands forward. Turn that front foot forward. We're going to be in our wide leg forward fold. Take a moment to just breathe here. This is one of my favorite postures. Because it stretches so much all at the same time. If it feels good, you can take your hands, stretch them out behind you to make the stretch just a little deeper. Nice. Hands come down onto your mat. Take a moment to stretch each leg out, bending and walking almost from one side of your mat to the other. Your hands can walk if that feels good to you, or they can stay in the middle. Coming back to that middle space. Turn your front foot forward, walk your hands over to frame that foot, lift up, coming back into our down dog. And from here, coming down onto our knees, twisting our feet to come into our seated pose, our easy seat for just a moment. We're going to come onto our backs for the next part of the practice. You can do so however is comfortable to you. You want your feet to still be touching the ground, and you want to be able to take your hands and almost touch the backs of your ankles. So you don't want your feet to be too far out here. Just take a moment to windshield wiper your knees side to side. Nice, and when you're ready, coming back into that central neutral spine, we're going to lift our hips up off of the ground, and if it feels comfortable, let's go ahead and do that. Lift your hips up off of the ground, tucking your shoulders under, maybe grabbing your hand to hold your own hand underneath you. You want to have nice, strong feet, every part of your body engaged in this posture. Hands are pushing down, feet are pushing down, your hips are nice and straight. Exhale, come down. Nice work. Take your right foot, stretch it up into the air, and turn it over onto your other foot to make a figure 4 shape. We're going to do a version of pigeon here. So you're going to grab your other leg and pull it towards you. If it feels good to grab just the top part of your leg, like your calf, you can do that, or you can wrap your hands for a deeper stretch around both parts of your foot. You want your feet to stay flexed, especially the one on top of that figure four, and just pull, 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 pull. Exhale, bring that foot down to the ground. Take the right foot, bring it back up, plant it. We're going to do this on the other side. So your left foot comes up, bend your knee, ankle goes to the other knee to make the figure four shape. And as you exhale, bring your body together, grabbing onto your foot or onto your leg wherever it's comfortable. Foot is flexed for the top leg. Just take a moment here. When you're ready, come out of that posture. Both feet come to the ground. Hands can come out to the sides of your body to make the T shape. You're going to lift your legs up to where it looks like if you were sitting in a chair, legs turned sideways. As you exhale, keeping your knees and your ankles connected, twist over your side body. Shoulder stays on the ground, looking over that opposite arm. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, twist the other side. Look over your side. Inhale, come up. Just take a moment while your feet are up to rock back and forth, really just giving yourself a nice massage on the low back. Option to wrap your hands around your legs to roll onto more of your middle of your back. And then let your feet go long, your legs go long. Take your right foot and lift it up, pull it close into your body. Chin or knee to chest. Using your hands and your foot to engage with your legs. This is a really good posture for digestion. Let that leg go long. We're going to do this on the other side. Bring it forward, wrap your hands around, and then pull your knee into your chest. Nice. Bring that foot out long. Hands can go by your side if you would like. For Savasana, you can lift your shoulders up and kind of pull your shoulders back together a little bit for a little deeper stretch. Let your hands get still. Feeling the stillness come over all of your body. Connecting to your breath. Your jaw is still clenched, let that relax. Let your tongue fall from the roof of your mouth. Let the weight of gravity gently pull your body into the earth. Taking a moment to come back to the intention you might have said earlier. Reflecting on how you honored that intention throughout this practice. How you may have forgotten it or remembered it at this or that time. And then when you sat with it long enough, let it go. Gently inviting feeling back into all of your body. And wiggle your toes and your fingers. Finding your breath again. Coming back to your physical space. Take your hands and stretch them over the top of your body and give a big stretch. Like you're waking up from a really big nap. Using as little energy as possible, roll over onto one of your sides. Again, with as little energy as possible, push yourself up off of the ground, returning where we started in our easy seat. Hands come to your heart space, finding the strength to sit up tall. Take a moment to thank yourself for the gift you've given your day. To go into the rest of your day with the strength and the stillness and the movement we need to. The light in me honors the light in you.